has all the ability to break a play every time he touches the ball. And it's rare that we have kids like that, but he's one of them. And you know, he's a threat to go all the way on any play. And he's a hard worker, and he's a team player.
And being a team player is what Jerome feels it's all about.
First of all, I want to say I'm not the whole team, because we do have other players, and if we didn't have a line or we didn't have a quarterback, I couldn't do what I did last year.
No large egos here, just the heart to play and the talent to do it right.
I thank God for what he blessed me with now, because I have had success, so I'm not complaining.
That wraps up our look at some of the area's top prospects. When we return on the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show, we'll shed some light on soccer, golf, tennis, cross country, and volleyball. Stick around.
Okay, team, listen up. Germain Toyota is proud to be a sponsor of the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show. So come on, guys, let's show them what we got.
New cars. We'll serve you the best price on any new Toyota in town.
You're sure to get a hit with our prompt service and dependable parts.
Used cars. We'll tackle the competition with our huge selection.
So come to Germain Toyota.
Low prices.
The best selection.
Great service. It's just a short drive to Germain Toyota. Austin.
What does the word value mean at my McDonald's?
It's getting exactly what you ordered and then some.
Sometimes it's just getting an extra lift in your day.
Values are the little things that remind us of the big things.
It means doing more than what's expected, and that's why people come back.
And for another definition of value, check this out.
Come in for a double cheeseburger with bacon for just $1.29. Or for an everyday value, try a double cheeseburger for 99 cents.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Stanley Steamer Carpet Studio was designed for the customer. That in itself is what makes it unique.
The store provides everything you need to explore all your choices.
There's no guesswork, no pressure. It doesn't require you to seek our assistance before you're ready.
They made shopping so easy, so inviting, and when I was ready, they were there to help.
You'll love the quality, the prices, and every carpet comes with Stanley Steamer's 1-year clean guarantee.
You're actually going to enjoy shopping for carpet.
Welcome back to the High School Sports Show. Another weekly feature in store is the Stanley Steamer Team of the Week. Two teams that would merit consideration for this distinction would be the DeSales soccer teams. DeSales completed a rare double last season when both its boys and girls soccer teams won Division II state titles on the same day. The girls squad, 23-0 last season, returned most of their players, while the boys team will have to fill the shoes of 10 graduated players.
In 1997, DeSales High School added to its rich athletic tradition with the Stallions football team winning a state championship. But incredibly, the DeSales soccer team brought home not one, but 2 state titles on the same day. The dual championships brought an amazing sense of excitement throughout the school.
That was one of the most exciting things I've ever been involved in. Just being in the playoffs, you know, beating Bexley, coming back and beating Bexley and making it to the finals. The finals was 3-0, and that itself was just exciting. It was unbelievable.
It's probably one of the best feelings that I guess anyone in sports could ever feel, winning a state championship. Just excitement and just, you know, the thrill of all the hard work paying off.
It was like the most amazing feeling. We worked really hard that season, and just to know that it all paid off in the end, it was great.
The two teams share a practice field and assist one another.
We really spent you know, a lot of time supporting each other, and the school itself tends to do that with a lot of their sports. You know, it's a tight little family.
What's it take to bring a state championship team together?
On the field, we really work together hard, and off the field, we're even closer because during season, we spend a lot of time together. We do a lot of team activities, and it's just, we're just one big unit, and it's like we're a family almost.
The DeSales soccer team have proven that mutual respect, support, and sharing of a common goal can produce multiple state champions.
Earlier in the show, we profiled outstanding male athlete Jesse Klein of Upper Arlington. In addition, the ladies will get equal time as well in the McDonald's Female Athlete of the Week. Today, a look at a young lady who shot a tournament record on her way to winning the girls' golf state title last season, Molly Fankhauser of the Columbus School for Girls.
The senior from CSG won last year's girls' golf state title by shooting a 73 and a 74, a tournament record of 147. She began playing golf at a very young age.
I played in my first tournament when I was 5, so ever since then I've had the burning desire to go out and win and play golf.
She spends most of her summers preparing at the Muirfield Village Golf Club or playing in tournaments around the country. The strongest part of Molly's game?
Right now my putting has improved a lot, and that's what saves me a lot when I get out on the course. My mental game is pretty strong right now and always has been.
Not only winning the state title last season, she won the Franklin County Women's Tournament, the National High School Open, and the American Juniors Golf Association Championship. Molly's plans for after high school?
I'm looking for a good school academically. I'm looking for the college that will help me get to the next level, that will help me get onto the tour in, about 4.5 years.
Although Molly has already proven herself on the golf course, school is still a top priority.
Academics come first, and especially with Columbus School for Girls, they have a lot of pressure on academics, so I work hard at both.
Obviously, my game needs a little bit of work, but as for Molly Fankhauser, she's at the top of her game.
In her senior year, Lindsay Gay of Reynoldsburg will attempt to qualify for the Division I state tennis tournament for the 3rd straight season. Lindsay has had outstanding seasons the past 2 years, finishing 3rd in the Central District each time. This may be her year to break through and win it all.
Lindsay Gay is no stranger to the Division I tennis state championships. She made it there her freshman, sophomore, and her junior year. Now she's doing what she can to get there again.
This year I'm just kind of, going to take it one match at a time, but hopefully, I've been working a little hard this summer and played a lot of tournaments and matched tough, I think, so hopefully, we'll see what happens this year.
Coach Mark Leafield credits Lindsay's work ethic for the success that she's found in tennis.
She's an extremely hard worker, and I think that's a big advantage she has over a lot of her opponents. She really outworks most of the girls that she'll be seeing during the season.
With Lindsay's dedication, this year's goals should become a reality.
I think just to go out for every match and, give 100% and just see what happens, and hopefully, obviously the state tournament is a goal of mine, and, hopefully I'll make it this year.
Besides trying to achieve her own goals, Lindsay understands her role in the team.
You want to set an example for the freshmen and encourage them to stay with it, because when we're all gone, we want to still have a good team.
Another portion of the show you'll want to watch for every week is our rundown of team rankings. Sponsored by Valvoline, this segment will identify the top teams in the area and how they fared on Friday night. The first rankings come out the 2nd week of the season, so we'll bring those to you at that time. Stay tuned. Much more to come on the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show.
Stay tuned for more high school highlights right here on Channel 6.
Hi, my name is Phil, and I love cars.
Hi, Phil! Cars. We know them. We love them.
It's okay. She'll be back in 3,000 miles.
Yeah, I know.
Cars. We know them. We love them.
It's okay. She'll be back in 3,000 miles.
Don't touch me.
Cars. We know them. We love them.
Margaret White on carpet and why she cleans it with Stanley Steamer.
I have 2 careers. One's at the office, the other starts the minute I get home. So I need a carpet cleaner that knows that my time's worth far more than money.
Some carpet cleaners keep you waiting, but Stanley Steamer schedules arrival times at your convenience. They're on time, and they're a pleasure to have in your home.
Stanley Steamer makes you feel right at home.
Call today for this great special, only from Stanley Steamer.
The Pickerington boys cross-country team brought the Division I state championship trophy back to Central Ohio last season for the first time since 1967. Coach John Long is looking for big things from his team again this season.
Division I state champions. That's the title, this is the prize, and here's a team who received them both.
Last year, the boys Pickerington cross-country team had a dream season. They were the first Central Ohio team to win a state championship in 30 years. And now, as the 1998 season is gearing up, the question is, what are they doing to prepare?
Senior Mark Bentley knows what it takes to win a state championship. He was on the team last year, and he has a plan for a repeat victory.
Just train hard. Pretty much it'd be set right now. So what we did in the off season is really going to come through, and that's what helped us last year. We all practiced as a team.
Besides the hard work, Coach John Long knows that there are other elements to last season's success.
Had a very good group of kids. Somebody asked me what made our season so good, and I said, because I got great kids. And we had some seniors that were excellent leaders, and just was wonderful.
Long feels his role as a coach is simple.
I told a colleague of mine that they asked me, what was my success, and I said, finding a great group of kids and not screwing them up.
When Hilliard High School split into two schools last year, most people assume it would take a few years to get their athletic programs up to full strength. But the Hilliard Darby girls volleyball team wasn't willing to wait.
In Hilliard Darby's first year in existence, no one expected any kind of success from the athletic programs because Darby had no seniors. They all stayed at Hilliard-Davidson. But one Darby team had other plans. The girls volleyball team demonstrated that enthusiasm and teamwork could offset the lack of experience. With no seniors and only 5 juniors, the Lady Panthers came up with a 22-3 record and made it to the district finals. Head coach Stephanie Pettit knew she had some strong young talent.
I had 3 varsity players that were going to be at the school, so I had some experience and I knew that the talent was young.
Teamwork and strong friendships help keep the team together.
We're really close, all of us. We're best friends. My best friends are on this team.
Look for the girls volleyball team at Hilliard Darby to make quite a roar in '98.
That puts a wrap on the debut of the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show. Thank you for joining us, and thanks to my guest, Steve Blackledge of the Dispatch Sports staff. Remember to tune in next weekend when we recap the first week of high school football, as well as more features on the top teams and players. And watch every Saturday morning for the best in Central Ohio high school sports. And for more in-depth information, pick up a copy of the Columbus Dispatch. We're also on the net, so check us out there, and please support your high school athletes. See you next week. This week on the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show, football season is underway. We'll have highlights of the best matchups, and we'll tell you about some of the best teams and athletes in Central Ohio. Plus, scores, highlights, and more coming up next.
The Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show.
He's going down the right sideline. He's on right side.
Today's show is brought to you by Germain Toyota, Grand Riverside Methodist Hospitals, McDonald's, Stanley Steamer, and Valvoline and Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey, good Saturday morning to you, and welcome to the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show. It was an exciting first week of high school football in Central Ohio. In the next 30 minutes, we'll tell you about some of the best games. We'll also have reports on some of the area's best golfers, tennis players, and volleyball teams. But first, let's go to the highlights. We'll get to the big game matchup between Olin Tangi and Dublin Kaufman in just a minute, but plenty of action on Friday night. Take it away, Kevin Rao.
At Bishop Hartley's Jack Ryan Field, it's 7-0 Fisher Catholic after the Irish recover a fumble in the Hawks' end zone. Hartley's Aaron Purdue returns the ensuing kickoff for what looks like the Hawks' first touchdown of the night. Purdue was whistled out, however, at the Irish 30-yard line, where the Hartley drive would start. That 62-yard return was a sign of things to come for Purdue and the Hawks on this first Friday night of the season. 6 plays later, quarterback Dominic Irwin scored from 4 yards out for Hartley, and the score at halftime, the Hartley Hawks 7 and the Fisher Catholic Irish 7. On the first play from scrimmage in the second half, Aaron Purdue went left side, then cut back, then sprinted all the way to the end zone, a 68-yard touchdown. A bright spot for the Fisher Catholic Irish on the night was quarterback Brett Bacher. Here he runs for 63 yards before the drive sputtered. Bacher gained 92 yards on the night. But it was all Hartley in the second half. Aaron Purdue scores his second touchdown, this time from 5 yards out, and the Hartley Hawks led it 21-7. The final score on the night was a 35-yard interception return for defensive back Vince Hatchett that sealed the game for Hartley 27-7. Aaron Purdue was the man of the hour as he finished the night with 148 yards on 22 carries and 2 touchdowns.
An opening night filled with mistakes ended with a nail-biter as the West Cowboys visited Westland. Eric Bulow got the Cougars on the board midway through the first quarter, punching it in from 3 yards out, putting Westland up 7-0. Despite Jared Fowler's 2 touchdowns called back by penalties, including this 46-yard catch and run, the Cougars were standing tall at the half, up 10-0. In the second half, it looked like the Cowboys were going to get back into the game until this costly fumble, recovered by Westland in their own end zone. The Cowboys finally get into scoring range with this nifty pitch and catch. 3 plays later, they punch it in. Extra point blocked, Westland 10, West 6. After recovering an onside kick, West gets right back into scoring territory with this long completion. That had the Westland coaches a bit nervous. On 4th and goal, the Cougars hold, only to have a penalty called, giving West a second chance. But it was another big stop on 4th down number 2 that sealed the Westland 10-6 victory.
We go to Whitehall where the Rams, wearing black, host Thomas Worthington. Kawan Ratliff pulls in the short pass and takes it 80 yards for the score. A few minutes later, it's Ratliff again. He catches the pass from Brian Curry and takes it 75 yards to set up a touchdown pass from Curry to Charles Warren. And Whitehall jumps out to a 14-0 lead. But the Cardinals come back with this 77-yard pass from Dan Mead to Mike Wepler to set up a touchdown, and Thomas Worthington closes to 14-7. Now in the second quarter, Cardinal receiver Phil Larman hauls in this 65-yard touchdown pass for Meade, and it's a tie game at 14 apiece. But the Rams would not be denied. Another Ratliff catch and run moves the Rams deep into Cardinal territory, setting up this 10-yard scoring run by Roy Carson. Then the Rams pour it on. After another Ratliff touchdown, Whitehall scores again on a 57-yard scoring play by Ratliff. On the day, Ratliff gets 228 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns as Whitehall wins it 33-20.
And lots of other great games in the area. Here are more scores of note. Coming up, our big game matchup between Olentangy and Dublin Kaufman. Who came out on top? We'll have the answer when we return.
Hey, did you know students who don't participate in extracurricular activities are 57% more likely to drop out of school than those who do? So get involved. Get an education.
What does the word value mean at my McDonald's?
It's getting exactly what you ordered and then some.
Sometimes it's just getting an extra lift in your day.
Values are the little things that remind us of the big things.
It means doing more than what's expected, and that's why people come back.
And for another definition of value, check this out.
Come in for a double cheeseburger with bacon for just $1.29. Or for an everyday value, try a double cheeseburger for 99 cents.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Okay, team, listen up. Germain Toyota is proud to be a sponsor of the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show. So come on, guys, let's show them what we got.
New cars. We'll serve you the best price on any new Toyota in town.
You're sure to get a hit with our prop service and dependable parts.
Used cars. We'll tackle the competition with our huge selection.
So come to Germain Toyota.
Low prices.
The best selection.
Great service. It's just a short drive to Germain Toyota.
Austin.
Melanie Hansen on carpet and why she cleans it with Stanley Steamer.
Between the things we do at home and the play groups and school, I need a carpet cleaner that knows our time is just as valuable as theirs.
Some carpet cleaners have you wait all day, but Stanley Steamer schedules arrival times at your convenience. Call them today, they'll clean today. That's same-day service.
Stanley Steamer makes you feel right at home.
Call today for this great special, only from Stanley Steamer.
Before we get to the highlights, let's look at this week's big game classroom stars. Brian Camp of Dublin Kaufman has a 4-point GPA and has already earned a scholarship to Georgia Tech. At Olentangy, we have twin brothers, Corey and Randy Newman. Corey has a 3.9 and Randy has a 3.4 GPA. Both Corey and Randy were out all last season with injuries, but have returned to become starters this season. Now it's time for the big game. They met last night in Dublin, and our Billy Shaw was there.
In last year's game between Olentangy and Dublin Kaufman, Kaufman won 24-18, but both teams ended the season with a 5-5 record. This year, both teams look to have a promising outlook, with senior quarterback Brian Camp leading the charge with the Rocks and senior quarterback Corey Newman leading the charge for the Braves. A victory tonight could help set the tone for the season. Well, the Rocks were ready, and so were the fans. As the action begins, Drew Smith of Dublin shuts down the Olentangy offense with 2 solo tackles, the second one stopping the first down. On Kaufman's first possession, after only 2 plays, they fumble into the arms of Olentangy's Steve Miller. The Braves try to piece together a drive with running back Gary Tope fighting up the middle for a first down, and then a brother-to-brother connection, Corey Newman to Randy Newman, but the Rocks once again killed the drive. On the Rocks' next possession, Coach Eric Tudor tells quarterback Brian Camp, "Hey, let's get things rolling." A few plays later, Camp hits tight end Fred Puggage on a 38-yard touchdown strike to take the lead to 6. The Rocks running back Chris Gironi gets the 2-point conversion. Olentangy drove into scoring territory, but a Corey Newman pass was picked off by Kaufman's Tommy Lindley to stop the drive. Dublin then drove 80 yards, ending with an 8-yard option run by quarterback Brian Camp for another score. The extra point was good for a 15-0 Dublin lead. After Dublin's stingy defense shut down the Braves again, who else? But the quarterback, Brian Camp, takes Kaufman in for another touchdown, the 22-0 halftime lead. The third quarter featured a 5-yard touchdown run by Olentangy running back Gary Tope. Dublin's defense knocked quarterback Corey Newman out of the game in the third quarter. Olentangy's defense kept Dublin scoreless in the second half, while its offense began to move. In the fourth quarter, Braves fullback John Ferguson punched in a 1-yard touchdown run to make the score 22-12. Dublin managed to kill the clock and get the victory. Coach Eric Tudor was very happy with the win.
Winning the first game is always exciting, especially when you play a great Olentangy team like we played tonight. They had good size and they're well coached. Ed Twillinger does a great job, and we're really fortunate that we came out on top tonight.
Senior quarterback Brian Camp was pleased by his performance.
It makes me feel great. You know, the first game of the season, it's definitely nice to get that off your chest. Come out here, have a good game, but you know, I got to credit my offensive line and definitely Freddie on that one, getting open. And
I'm Billy Shaw from the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show.
Now we'd like to honor some Central Ohio student athletes in our Study Hall of Fame. These are students who are really tackling the books.
In this week's Study Hall of Fame, we have 3 outstanding student athletes. From Bishop Reedy High School, Mike Castrano, a soccer player with a grade point average of 3.9. From Franklin Heights High School, senior Luke Heron, a football player with a grade point average of 3.6. From Zanesville High School, senior Nicole Anderson plays soccer, carrying a grade point average of 4.3.
The Columbus Academy boys golf team historically is excellent. They've upheld that tradition in the early going this season. Our Billy Shaw went to Academy to find out more about the Stanley Steamer Team of the Week.
In the game of golf, the odds of getting a hole-in-one are not that strong. The odds of 2 people on the same day, on the same team, are even more unlikely. But the Columbus Academy golf team made it a reality. Last week, juniors Brent Mulgrew and Zach Dorn both aced their shots on the same day.
First thing I did was throw my club about 10 feet behind me. It was really exciting because I watched the whole thing. I watched it go in. And I don't know, I was playing pretty well at the time, so it was kind of a nice thing.
And a couple guys on my team, Stan Berger and Davey Hustis, they were on the next tee and they saw it go in too, so they yelled back. I was pretty pumped up. I never had one before, so.
In 18 years of coaching, Tim Hildreth hasn't seen anything like it.
We've had other holes-in-one before. I had to think back. We've had 2 in sectional play, 1 other in the match, but I've never heard of 2 in the same day. Obviously, they were in different matches, but 2 in the same day is phenomenal.
The 2 aces helped lead the 1997 defending champions to victory and maintain an undefeated season. Still learning his leadership role, Andy Kuss is the only senior on the team. He has faith in his younger teammates.
Leadership wasn't something I was really ready for, and in terms of even scores, I'm not even the leader. A lot of our younger players are playing really well, and it's something I'm really happy about.
With 2 hole-in-ones and remaining undefeated, the Academy Boys Golf Team is the Stanley Steamer Team of the Week. This is Billy Shaw reporting for the Columbus Dispatch High School Sports Show.
And still to come, the McDonald's Athletes of the Week.
There are nearly 1 million high school football players. Of that number, only 150 will make the NFL, so play it smart.
Stanley Steamer Carpet Studio was designed for the customer. That in itself is what makes it unique.
The store provides everything you need to explore all your choices.
There's no guesswork, no pressure. It doesn't require you to seek our assistance before you're ready.
They made shopping so easy, so inviting, and when I was ready, they were there to help.
You'll love the quality, the prices, and every carpet comes with Stanley Steamer's 1-year clean guarantee.
You're actually going to enjoy shopping for carpet.
Oh, not the 41 Series D19 Custom Luxury Liner Convertible Coupe.
Cars. We know them. We love them.
It's okay. She'll be back in 3,000 miles.
Yeah, I know.
Cars. We know them. We love them.
It's okay. She'll be back in 3,000 miles.
Don't touch me.
Cars. We know them. We love them.
What does the word value mean at my McDonald's?
It's getting exactly what you ordered and then some.
Sometimes it's just getting an extra lift in your day.
Values are the little things that remind us of the big things.
It means doing more than what's expected, and that's why people come back.
And for another definition of value, check this out.
Come in for a double cheeseburger with bacon for just $1.29. Or for an everyday value, try a double cheeseburger for 99 cents.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Here's a stat. 92% of sports participants don't use drugs. So do sports, not drugs.